What is up, you guys? It's your boy Eli back with another video. So today we have the first ever second round matchup finally tip off of this NBA postseason regarding the matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys personally and straight up, I was looking forward all week for this series to start because I honestly feel like this is going to be a very entertaining series, a very well played out series between both the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. And I advise you guys to grab your popcorn, grab your hot dogs, grab whatever you can, and just sit back and strap back and watch this series unfold, as this series is going to have many stories to tell regarding an NBA history in general. And me personally, I feel like whoever comes out of this series is going to win the NBA championship in general. But before we start today's video, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I post NBA controversial videos or relatable videos that you guys may enjoy if you are a die-hard NBA fan. And you guys also have the option to comment down below any future video topics that you guys may want to see. But other than that, let us continue on with today's video. Now, first things first, I feel like it is right to start off the video with talking about the horrible luck of James Harden, man. Just 43 seconds into this game, James Harden re-injures his right hamstring and he proceeds to leave the entire Barclays Center Stadium to basically get a MRI checked out on his hamstring to see how bad the injury is. And this is obviously going to be very concerning for the entire Nets team in general, as obviously Harden is a vital piece for the entire Nets team in general. So basically, James Harden played the role of being the primary floor general for the Nets squad this entire season, and he took a step back on his scoring procedures per se, and he looked to set his teammates up to prevail within their basketball games more consistently, and this is an aspect essential for winning basketball. But take James Harden out of the equation. The Nets really don't have another player that can run the offense as fluently as Harden. Now, the Nets did win game 1 and they are currently up 1-0 against the Bucks currently. But you have to understand, it is only the first game of the entire series. The Bucks are going to make the adjustments needed to cover up their mistakes, and they're going to come back strong the next game. And there are definitely going to be times where the Nets are going to need a fluent offense to break down the Bucks defense, and it is still uncertain whether if Harden is able to play in the future of this series or if he's going to be able to play at his full capacity. But I'm not gonna lie, the Nets did come out to play tonight. Now, the Bucks, however, they did not have a spectacular game in the second half overall. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. In the first half, they were pretty great offensively, but overall, they did not shoot good from the three-point line at all. Assuming how this team is an elite three-point shooting team, they managed to only shoot about, I'd give it say 20% from the three-point line tonight, but they were great from the mid-range game and especially in the interior. Now, I'm going to say one thing about the Nets in the first half. We all know this, and this regards the fact how this Nets team is not so great of a defensive team in the interior especially. Watching this game, it honestly feels like the Bucks were just getting whatever they want driving into the bucket, and even with the post-up matchups coming from Giannis and even Brook Lopez. Speaking of which, a majority of the Bucks offense tonight came from either the mid-range or down low, but the Nets did play much better defense overall in the second half, and there was even a point where the Bucks simply, they had a scoring drought sometime in the third quarter, while you see guys like Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, of course, and then Blake Griffin, even Landry Shamet and more on the Nets roster just have everything coming to them within the offensive side of the ball game. There was even a point where Landry Shamet had a mean slam in transition sometime in the third quarter, but basically the game was close until the Nets started to pull away late in this game. But one thing I really enjoyed watching in this game was Blake Griffin. All night long, he was just hustling, forcing jump ball plays, shooting great from the three-point line. He even had a point in this game where he threw down a left-hand dunk. Shout out to his Clipper days. But he finished the game with 18 points with 14 rebounds while having great efficiency, of course, and he He even played well defensively overall. But I would say that it is very crystal clear that the Bucks, they just need to make adjustments. When the game began to get out of reach within the third quarter, it seems like the Bucks defense was just breaking down every second. There were many easy buckets given up, whether if it's Blake receiving wide open jump shots, which he can make on occasion, definitely. And then there was a couple plays cut into the basket by Bruce Brown and even Kyrie Irving, and you both know Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are going to get theirs either way. And it seems like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, they both missed a lot of shots that they usually make, and it just wouldn't fall for them. Now obviously this could be a bad night shooting wise for the Bucks team in general, as many teams have bad shooting nights, and it's not a myth obviously, and they could dominate the Nets in the next game. It's very possible. But this game was very important because there is a huge possibility James Harden comes ready to play in game 2, and winning game 1 could have been a freebie for the Bucks. But all we could do as NBA fans is wait for the next game to start to see how the Bucks proceed to cover up their mistakes made in tonight's game. But other than that, that will end today's video. Game 1 of the second round wasn't what I was expecting regarding the Bucks. Simply they just didn't come out to play tonight. Let's keep it real. Giannis did have a great game overall, but it doesn't matter for a result in a loss. What do you guys think about today's game? Do you guys think the Bucks could have done anything different to win this game, or do you think it was inevitable for the Nets taking game 1? Remember, there have been many teams in the past who won game 1 and ended up losing the entire series. This series is far from over. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.